What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. I actually wanted to look at others XCN USD and just see if there's anything in this chart that we can derive as far as something to get excited or pessimistic about. This symbol doesn't exist. Well, yeah, it doesn't exist. I just made it. Trading View, what the hell, bro? Oh, USD3. No, okay. There we go. That's why. It's like I just made it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is others relative to OnyxCoin. If this moves up, that's bearish for OnyxCoin. It's not necessarily bearish, but it means altcoins are outperforming OnyxCoin. If this moves down, that means OnyxCoin is outperforming altcoins. We look at this here. I'm not really getting too much from this. I mean, it's kind of odd chart. If anything, it kind of looks like it's rounding off a little bit, but not really anything too revealing here. Kind of looks like a bear flag, right? But it's too big of a flag to really make that call. If anything, this would imply that we have higher to go, which would, again, be not ideal for OnyxCoin versus altcoins. Not seeing anything here that I was looking for. Not as in like I was looking for some good stuff and we're getting bad stuff. This isn't what I was looking for. I mean, I was looking for good or bad stuff, but this chart isn't really giving us too much to go off of. That's all I mean. OnyxCoin, getting away from that. XCN USD, looking at it here. Here we are at $0.0477, 10 hours, 30 minutes left in the day. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We've been in this area of magnetism, as it shall be known, for quite a while. We've been in this zone for quite a while, and it is possible that we do go lower. XCN, OnyxCoin really could see lower prices, not just from here, but lower than here. We could go below 0.003 even at the lowest. Looking at this on a weekly time frame, we do have, and this is not the call, I'm not making this call, but we do have these higher lows here of which we could interact with, and that would, take us around 0.026, 0.027, 0.028, depending on when we hit it. We could even go below this trend line. These trend lines are not all that matters. What matters is low, higher low. That's what matters, right? For example, here, how many people thought OnyxCoin was dead when this trend line broke? And really, this trend line didn't matter. What mattered is higher low, right? That's what matters. So, anyways, I'm not making that call, though. To be fair, we've got a flat base here, descending highs, kind of, more or less. It's really like just a couple of wicked pumps that come in. I wouldn't know if it's I don't know if I'd classify it as descending highs, but overall we still are kind of in this descending structure with a flat base here. That in itself does not look good, but where this flat structure is, from a low to a high, is at the golden ratio, is at prior points of resistance here, and this knot here. We have dropped for about a year and dropped over 90%. And not only that, you went from dropping lower lows, lower highs here to moving sideways. And if we were to move up here, anybody looking back at this would say, well, clearly we were going to move up. This is accumulation. That's what this is. You're moving down, you're moving sideways, breaking out. This is accumulation. You're going to break out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like that. And if we were to break out, the idea would be that we go up to these points of resistance here, somewhere around 2 to 3 cents, really. 2 to 2.8 cents, something in that zone. And that's what the call has been. That's what the call is, and that's what I'm sticking with. If we do happen to go lower, we will still inevitably move higher, but perhaps if we move lower, we would find support at these points of prior resistance here. And again, you look at this, we take these weekly closing points here for resistance. Maybe I just draw a straight line there, something like that. We take this trend line. There is a point at which this intersects in August of this year, and I actually think Bitcoin's bear market will end in August. So is that too hard to ask for? I mean, let's even see here. This would be actually kind of wild if this happens. Look at that. very close to where the intersections are. They all almost intersect right in this point here in late July, August. Kind of interesting. Maybe that's a point of focus there and something to anticipate overall. I don't know. I'm not there yet, but if we start to see lower lows, if we get below 0046, I will start to talk about this as our next target area rather than 2 cents. Until then, sticking with the idea that we move up. Weekly RSI is neutral right now. The stochastics are oversold. It's not that we can't move lower, but we've been oversold for some time. You would think that there's some upside coming. We can be oversold for a long time, though, guys. We don't have to move up right now. On that note, the MACD has been green for quite some time, and we haven't done a whole lot. That's not good. A little bit of bad. That hasn't done much to the downside, which makes me think we move up. A little bit of good, which hasn't done much to the upside, which makes me think we move down. And you have a neutral RSI. We're really at our wit's end here. That's what you get when you get 6 months of just sideways price action. But I digress. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to get on here, talk about OnyxCoin. It's been a couple days or a few days since I've talked about it, so here we are. We do have gaps to the upside still, right, within this range that we dropped down from. We do have a gap here at 0.006. We do have, I think, a gap even higher. I know we have gaps all the way up at 2 cents or 1.9 cents as well, and even just above 2 cents to fill. We don't have any gaps to the downside to fill. They've all been filled. Somebody was asking me what my all-time high target is for OnyxCoin. I don't think that we're going to see it this year in 2026. Maybe 2027, maybe 2028, probably 2028 or 2029. My all-time high target, you know, it's interesting. I don't know. It could be anywhere from about $1 to above $2. You know, $2.40. Once we start getting to 240, things get a little bit wild. It's not that OnyxCoin's incapable of going above that price. It is capable of going above that price, but just in one cycle, I don't expect that personally. Until we interact at these levels around like $1 to $2, till we interact with that, it's really difficult for me to anticipate higher price action. We're talking about a over $100 billion market cap once you get to like a $2.40 price, somewhere in that range. You know, we've got more tokens that have diluted. I haven't done that math in a while, but we're talking about a market cap that's excessively high. It's not that you can't see a multi-$100 million or billion-dollar market cap. You can. I need to take this call, but I got to go, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. It'll take time. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so somewhere around $1, maybe to $2. All right, bye-bye.